Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, so I know my Twitch title is new character who dis, but I have eh, there's that part of me that's like to actually want to plan a new character, but like I don't know what I would do. Maybe I'll just do missions. I don't know. We'll start on main and we'll see what happens. I didn't, guys. I'm such a bad streamer. I'm gonna do this. Okay, there we go. Don't talk about my friend like that. I don't know who your friend is, so. These. You, Stinker? Who dat? I don't know any Stinker. You said you were a bad streamer, not allowed? You can't prove that. But I might actually be a bad streamer. I might be. Weaponizing my inability to make it. Have to. Have to. What's my crafting situation? Did I ever finish the things I needed to? Prospector's good, Weaponsmith is good. Forester is not. But Taylor is. So I guess we're gonna start off by going over to a Region.
What can I do for you?
I should have looked into that before I yeeted myself back to Bree, but it's fine. Ah, yo, what's up, Hippogram? Why? What am I? Huh?
What do you need?
There. Not much so far, but I think I'll do a bit of LOTRO yet. Noise.
Make a running.
I do hear good things about this here LOTRO. Whatever it is. Chat, what's a fun sub incentive? Like, I want something fun. I don't know. You know? I feel kind of torn on that regard. Yeah, you're good. Wait, Elex branches. Those are the supreme ones, right? Yeah, I don't want... I mean, I can grab those. That's fine. Right, like, I don't know. I want something to do that's fun, but, like, I don't know. And I don't want to just, like I want to do something everybody's going to enjoy, including myself. Uh-oh. Yeah. I'm not opposed to a punishment type thing, but it has to be like within reason. I think I would enjoy Bean Boozle. I've actually was thinking about doing a subathon again. Um and uh the subathon plan would basically be like this. I would start a new Lotro character and we would just start leveling. Get as far as we can. Um and we would have certain stipulations. So, like, uh, we would start off at, let's say, like fearless difficulty or something, and then once we hit like 5 subs, difficulty goes up to heroic. Once we hit 5 subs again, difficulty would go up. It wouldn't be one stream. I refuse to do like a super long. I did a 24-hour stream once and I got sick. So I'm not doing. I don't foresee myself, at least especially in my current health state, doing something like that again. But like basically having certain things where like every death I eat a bean boozled. Um and then like for 5 gifted subs I have to go without a mount. Yeah, it would be mostly in-game punishments would be the things I would be mostly doing. Would be like 5 gifted subs. I have to go without a mount. 10 gifted subs, abandon the quest I'm on. And then if like somebody decides to be like really crazy and like drop a 50 bomb or something, I delete the character and start over. You know, just something kind of goofy like that. Yeah, kind of like a crowd control, but with subs and bits. Much black? That should be enough to push me over. All I really wanted was enough to finish out Forester to Master. Because I think the actually, I don't even know if you can grab the Supreme. Supreme crafting Lotro. Supreme. Let's look at this correctly. Forester. Agree. I want to see if like I need Ilex wood. I'm just gonna look up. If like can you just not do like any crafting in Moria? Kazad Skarn. Or it looks like Moria. Okay. So, not a ton of crafting. There is actually a hardcore plugin that I was thinking about. I don't know if I would necessarily want to do like a hardcore thing on its own as part of the subathon as well. Ooh, trying to get to max level without any allies would be very difficult. Actually, I have no idea how difficult it would be. Any friendos on? Nope. No friendos, but it's okay. What am I doing? Drink your jug. No, you're fine. You don't have to hop on. I was just checking. I didn't get enough. Yeah, that doesn't sound very lucky. Uh, Dang, I thought I would have enough wood. Oh, wait, I can do more. Grr, I just need lumps of wax, then I can make them into solid ash boards.
What can I do for you?
A lump of wax.
What can I do for you?
That should be enough. There we go. We have now successfully maxed out all of that. Wait, where was I going? I wanted to go finish these mission quests. Just so that way they get out of my quest log. And then I think we're going to actually finish up these class quests rather than actually do missions. To on the buildings. I did know you could get into some of them. Kraz Zahar. I'm really big into that. Tomorrow, you want to try it? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Then I need to go to Anak. Karu. I was actually thinking I might run those right now, but if you want to do those tomorrow, we can do that tomorrow. Then I'll actually do my new character.
Welcome, friend. There is much to do before the battle to come. Have you come to lend aid to the war effort? I hope you are ready, because I will be putting you to work right away.
If you want to do them now, you can go ahead. I'm just gonna read. No, that's totally fine. We can do them together.
A pleasure to meet you. I am Ausma of the Stout Axe clan.
Oh, I just realized I had this out. LOL.
We're close now. We should get off the road to avoid being seen by orc patrols. This way, we can use these rocks for cover.
I mean, I won't say no to more people for the Angmar instances. Ow. The more people we have, the more it kind of trivializes things, and we can just kind of focus on, rather than actually having to be good at the game, we can just focus on getting the drops that we need. That and things are just more fun with friends anyways, so. Mm-hmm. But this will be tomorrow, Pip.
We need to keep moving. Someone might come to investigate the noise. Are you ready to continue?
Where am I? Isn't Elder Slade like, yeah, in Gundabad? Kind of weird that you can come to like something like this on a mission. I mean, it's an instance, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Hold. A few orcs talking nearby. Let us listen in.
Why do we have to spend all night patrolling out here? I'm hungry. Because Gorgar says so, idiot. You disobey him, you're going to end up as warm food.
Gorgar thinks the dwarves are preparing for war.
boys think about those hobgoblins? Boss acts real strange around them.
You're better off keeping your nose out of it. They see... What is it, Warg?
What?
Uh-oh, here they come. Let's get ready for a fight.
A couple of little lost push dogs. Get them, boys!
Heck is a push dog.
Orcs of Ufama! Hear me!
They were outmatched.
Our old foes, the dwarves gathered and ready for war. They seek to exterminate us like vermin, to rip us.
It seems the prince's fears about our enemy's strength were well founded.
It is as we feared. This promises not to be a simple clash, but a lengthy siege.
Yo, Zach. Hope you're doing well. On a continuing mission weekly. Enhancement. Okay, so that just gives me... Which I know that, like... Other stuff will actually, like, give you better options, but... You know, it's fine. Alright, we're gonna actually make the new character now. Only took about, like... 40 minutes to get to that point. What should we make? I feel like I kind of want to wheel spin and see what happens. Should we wheel spin? Chat, we're gonna wheel spin. So we're gonna start with the race. Scout Axe. River Hobbit. Hobbit, Elf, Beorning. I think that's all of them. Alright. We're gonna start off. We're gonna spin for the race. Because if we get like Bayo. Dude, I was gonna laugh so hard if I got High Elf. Alright. Dwarf. If we get Guardian, I actually am gonna laugh really hard. So class options are Brawler, Captain, Champion, Guardian, Hunter. I'm gonna, we'll go ahead and we'll put Minstrel, but I don't know if I will actually... I'm gonna not put Minstrel, actually, because I already have one. I'm gonna take out Minstrel and Runekeeper, because I don't want to repeat right now. It's the best combo stat-wise for Guardian. Joke's on you. That makes me not want to do it. Cappy. Okay. Rat dwarves still pigment lock you. Yeah, they do pigment lock you with your homeland. It's kind of whack. Okay, I actually want, like... I was, like, randomizing his look, but I actually want him to look kind of specific. And I think I actually do want this mohawk type look, but I don't want that color. The head is literally just the nose. That's incredible. Does mouth even matter? You can't even see this man's mouth. Here we are. Thrandvar, Captain of the White Mountains. Oh, of course. His nose is huge. There he is. Looks glorious. See, now, the question is, do I put him in all of, like, the ancient armor of the Noldor?
Speak then of how you came to this place of safety, Rivendell, the last homely house east of the sea. But speak swiftly, before the shadows deepen.
Because that would be really funny. A dwarf in elven armor sounds hilarious. And I genuinely just kind of want to do things because it's funny. Okay, I'm actually not going to worry about actually equipping that right now, though, because I have so much. I have it in my wardrobe, and I don't want to pull it out. And then also... Okay, so that's a healing ability. And then I want to look at trait trees quick. Well, it might not actually let me while I'm here.
Who's this? We don't see many adventurers in Mossward. I suppose Meneldir counts.
I am no adventurer, Scotty.
Well, what are you then?
I was a ranger. It is quite different.
Bah! You won't find a better smithy for miles around, friend. Put your gear on the counter, and I'll fix it up for you. Very good.
Put your gear on the counter and I...
Not this time, anyway. Here you go. It's important to have a fine weapon.
I do not mean to pry. Your past is your own. My chieftains try to always say...
The town bells. Something is amiss outside.
Follow me. Hurry.
The town is afire! We are under attack!
Follow me.
Look there. We found the villain. Show him no mercy. That's the way. Well done, my friend. This goblin could not have sent so many fighters.
Is that just a self-heal, or does it also help? Okay, it heals nearby.
There is trouble to the east, Meneldia. I need fighters!
My new friend here is capable and will provide the help you need.
What will you do, Meneldia?
I will circle around in search of the one who leads these goblins. Farewell for now.
Rangers? Follow me, my new friend. There will be fighting.
I wasn't afraid, Mother.
I'm not afraid, Mother.
Not afraid? This rat hasn't heard of a fighting Urukai, boys! The machinery of war has been set in motion. The time of the Orc is at hand.
Bosswood, attack!
Kill them all!
I love how, like, once you kill Marthrug, then just, like, everything else dies.
I thought I could have slain him myself. I wasn't afraid. Oh, Tegwin.
What do you make of this?
Some of Mosswood's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal.
Raid on Mosswood by that band of Uruks has left our defenses in a terrible state.
Thank you for aiding the people of Mosswood. Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us.
Stay a moment. What can I do for you?
What do you want, stranger? No, I am not giving you this sword.
Tegwin, I promise you, you'll want to give me that sword.
I've heard there are many uses to which unassuming objects might be put.
But that's okay. You're going on an adventure? A little bit. I didn't really know what I wanted to do today. And because my brain wasn't, like, I don't have a ton of time to stream. And so I didn't want to just, didn't want to do Third Age. I am also only 4 feet tall. That's accurate. But I didn't want to do Third Age if I had a little bit amount of time. But I didn't really know what to do on my main. But also, since I started doing missions actually sound really fun. So, like, part of me is like, maybe I'll just switch back to my main and run missions. So I just kind of like, I'm just in this weird state of like, I don't know what to do. From Bingo Boffin. Or sorry, from Bango Boofin. from Bango Bobin. I think I am actually going to run missions, because then I can still get more rewards for the legendary reward track, because now that I have an ally, I can actually, like, do something with it. It actually is, like, kind of worth it for me to take the time to do stuff when I'm not questing.
There you are. Let us see those feathers. But such musings will have to wait.
You've got Hunter? Nice. I was this close to making a Hunter.
Thank you for these branches. I will see to making use of them. Perhaps you can help me.
Alright, we're gonna do missions. Just made a hunter alt on Peregrine because I think I might actually like it. Hunters are super fun. They're such a versatile class. Well, not versatile. They're just pew pew shoot stuff, but they're really fun. Okay. Yeah, we're just. Oh gosh, what just happened? That was the wrong button. And I didn't make him one of the tall, pointy-eared folk, bro. Why are you coming at my people like that? There's so many freaking missions. Ooh, a rare tracery. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't show lock. That can go. I want to keep that. Keep those. Keep that. Clever report damage and healing. I think I want to keep that. I don't know. Clever retort. Was that in the ones? Hold on, I have a tracery guide. An LA guide that was sent to me. No, I don't want that actually. But I don't want to just sell it for money because I can disenchant it. Keep those. Okay. Blood letter. I have to unlock. Can I I want to unlock item. Oh, toggle lock mode. Perfect. Now we can disenchant these. Okay. We did it. More unclaimed rewards? No, I don't. I turn on a Sona the Tortoise because I don't want to be over. I don't want to over level so much from doing missions that when I get into Moria with task that it just becomes way too easy. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna know what's going on the entire time, so we gotta make it a whole event. It'll be wonderful. When we are in Moria. Because Task and I have never cleared Moria before. Do they just not want me to fight that one? Like, sure. You gotta have the right MMO, because, like, SWTOR did not have that when I was trying to learn a lot of content. It should be that way, yes. One thing I will say about SWTOR, though, like, I think the raiding community has gotten better. Mostly because raiding in SWTOR honestly just kind of sucks. Played an MMO before. This game can be difficult for a new player to pick up if you've never played an MMO before. It's not impossible. Just the biggest piece of advice that I can give you if you're looking at getting into this game and you've never played an MMO before is just note that you'll need to do a lot of reading. That's really, as long as you're okay with reading, you'll be fine. Great. Then you'll be fine. And I also have a series of new player guides up on YouTube. That you can utilize as well, and I think those are probably gonna be another good area to start. I'm actually behind on making some of those because I've been making so many other videos. It's super fun. This is my favorite game of all time. But also, Pip, you just reminded me I need to open up signups for Rift. I'm terrified we're not going to get any though. Holy small boys. You watched my tutorial for the Two Towers speedrun, which is a huge help. Love it. I'm glad you enjoyed it because I have put so much effort into like making that game accessible. It's not even funny. I've redesigned the leaderboard so many times. Like I can't think of any more any more ways to be able to make the Two Towers a more accessible speedrun. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Some of these enemies kind of got some chonk to them. They do a smaller instance. Just, I'm not sure what you mean, Pip. Do you mean like a smaller instance, like for a sign up? Not a 12-man. How many people is Rift? I mean, it's a raid, so it's another 12-man. I would assume it's a 12-man. Designed for 12. Yeah, yeah. It... I would need to, like... I don't know. I think I just might be fun to see how far. Yeah, Rift would be really fun, and like I really want to try and get people together for it. Maybe I'll post because there's also like the except the rating Discord. See, okay, so this is something that I genuinely really want to see Lotro really improve upon is how they're able to go about some of the older content. Now, I don't know if this is something because in the developer guide, in like the roadmap, they had talked about they like talked about more some QOL changes coming that was going to make older content better. I don't know what that exactly is going to look like. They didn't really give a ton of details, and they don't tell us like what those details are as like as part of the content creator program. Um, but like I want to see in Lotro something similar to what FF14 does, which is where they make it where you if you were running old content for like dailies and stuff like that, you scale down. So, like, let's say for instance, I was wanting to do some raids to work on my LI reward track. Okay. Um, and I was and I was level 100, for instance, you know. But I could queue up for a raid and I could do Rift, and rather than Rift because it's a non-scaled instance, they scale me down to that level. And so then you can do that raid with low level friends. You can do that like that lower level content without having to worry about either running an alt through all the landscape again to be able to do the raid or that content again. And you also don't need to be so overpowered that it ruins the fun for somebody else. Or in the instance of how Lotro is right now, if you get too overleveled, you just make the content completely and totally obsolete. And like that's something that I really would like. Like I want to see things where Lotro can make older content stay relevant. And I don't know if that's something that they are planning on doing, but that is just like a hope that I have. Because I think it's a way that will not make people burn out of newer content. That's a huge thing. And it will help to make Um, like it would be something like it would be a way that uh would be a way that would make older content not completely obsolete, would keep it relevant. It would be a way that would make it easier for other players to help other players, and it would help with new content, not like for people who really grind raids and dungeons and things like that. It wouldn't create this burnout, because if you're constantly grinding this content over and over and over again, and you're sometimes you're running the same dungeon constantly, and like that's not fun. Nobody's going to want to do that over and over and over again. So I think that's a way that they could genuinely really improve upon that system. And I would like to see that, because, again, it would really just make some more of those older content things. It would make older content more relevant. And I think that would be more fun for people and would really help to prevent some of that endgame burnout. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. That's just kind of my thought process that I have. I genuinely love the way that FF14 has handled those things. And I think that if Lotro could handle those, then like if Lotro could do things in a similar vein, it would work out really well in their favor. They would need to downscale gear. Like, I don't know what it would look like from a development standpoint. That's the only part that I don't know how we would handle. Like, I don't know how that would work. Because I'm not a game developer. But it would be cool to see it happen, so that way high level gear can be downscaled, and it could just be overall like a really, really fun way for players of all skills to get together and run content. Because I do genuinely think that Lotro has some of the best and most welcoming community when it comes to learning how to do content. I genuinely think Lotro is one of the best. And so I really want to be able to figure out, like, I want to be able to come up with ways that will help to get some of those really experienced players in running content with lower level players without having to, like, make them come out clawing and scratching and kicking and screaming. Like, that would be really, really nice. So that's kind of my thought on that one. That's really it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. It's a theory. It's a thing that that has worked really well in FF14's favor, and I think other MMOs really should just adopt that. That would work really well. All right. I can't tell if I need to go and like rub my kid's back or not. I feel like he's doing this really early, but I don't know. These missions are fun. I've honestly never really ran missions before. All the content would be relevant default. You farm low-level instances. The gear is irrelevant, but you downscale. I think it's something where maybe, like... So... No, you're good, you're good. So SWTOR does this thing where certain quests, if they're repeatable, like heroics and like daily quests and things like that, will give you like gear boxes and things when you complete them. That scale to your level regardless of the type of content. So even if, like, for instance, you're at cap at level 80 in SWTOR... Oh gosh, I'm gonna die. It wouldn't let me pop my heal. But let's say, for instance, in SWTOR, you're level 80, and you, are running heroics on Tatooine. Tatooine is a level 20 to 25 planet. So when you were in Tatooine, you were scaled down while you were running while you're on that planet. But whenever you get your gear for completing those daily quests, you or your like tech fragments and stuff, and like the currencies that you get for getting like late game, end game gear, that still scales to the proper level that you are. And I think for content that would be considered repeatable, such as raids and stuff, that type of content should be stuff that the, while you might downscale to accommodate for whatever content you're doing, the raid or like the gear, the rewards will scale to your level. I don't know how that works from a development standpoint, again, because I'm not a developer. I'm never going to claim to be a developer. I don't want to like sit here and say, oh my gosh, this is a really easy thing to do, but because I know nothing. But I would like to just see that. Like, the gear would still, like, the gear reward would, scale to your level. So if I was level 100 and I ran Rift, using that as an instance again, because that's the only raid I can think of off the top of my head, even though I got downscaled to level 50 for the raid, the gear reward that I would get for completing the raid would be level 100 because the reward would scale. But then, like, the thing that I would be worried about with LOTRO in that regard is MMOs are so easy at creating... It's so easy when you're creating an MMO to create an instance where your game becomes so focused on clearing instances and raids that becomes your focus. Like, I remember for a long time, my focus in SWTOR became running flashpoints because I was leveling more efficiently. I was getting better gear more efficiently. And so, like, that became my focus, and I didn't do nearly as much questing around. And so, like, that's something where I really would be worried about LOTRO turning into a instance grind, because one of the ways that LOTRO really thrives is being a open landscape that's not an instance grind. So, like, I wouldn't want it to turn into an instance grind, but I also don't want Like, it's a slippery slope. It really is, because I don't want it to turn into an instance grind, but I don't want older content to completely disappear. So, I don't know what the solution is. I'm just mostly word vomiting based on my thoughts and experiences from what I have gone through from playing other games. And just ways that I think endgame at least could be improved a little bit, just from what I've seen from watching Bloodborne, because like I've never gotten to endgame. I've never gotten to endgame, but I've watched people who have suffered through the grind of endgame. And so I would want to be able to like make it more fun for people. And so those are just my thoughts. I could not activate that skill properly. Okay, so Gravang does not have like an icy aura, which is good because I can still sit here and heal. But you do be spawning the mads, which I'm not a big fan of. Oh, we got her. I expected that to be a lot harder, if I'm being completely honest. I'm really digging doing missions, honestly. These are really fun. They are a very nice way to break up the questing grind, and I think that was something I really needed. Because I'm gonna make it like a full video on this, talking about Shadows of Angmar. But I thought Shadows of Angmar was great. I disagree because so much of the fun is finding the best gear for that level. But if you're geared downscaled, it would just have average stats. Two things both downscaled, they'll both end up having the same kind of gear at the same stats if they have the same stats before the downscale. I think they couldn't downscale their weapons, and you have the fun of needing to collect gear appropriate. I see your point. I think that, like, I can see how that would make sense. No, you're totally fine. I can definitely see how that makes sense. I think you might be it. I'm not saying... with little to no evidence uncovered on this topic, I don't see anybody who would want to go out of their way to grind for lower level gear. That if they aren't running because then, like, if you're trying to find the best gear for a specific level, then what's the point of running the lower content? Because you're not finding anything for the level that you're in, you know? Like, the point of, like, the point of downscaling the gear is it doesn't punish you for running the lower content. Because if you're a higher level, I feel like if I'm level 100 and now I have to go and find gear for those lower levels to be able to run that style of content, I feel now like I'm being punished for wanting to run lower level content. So, like, I don't know. Why can't I use this? Wait, I can use that one, but I can't use the other one? That's really funny. Like, I don't see the point in trying to get gear for a lower level when I can just go out of my way to try and run higher level content to get gear for the level I'm at. Like, I would want to be level 100 and finding gear for level 100. I see your point. Like, I'm not saying your point's invalid. Because I think... but I just, like... I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point anymore. Like, I'm not wanting to come at you. I hope you don't think I'm, like, coming at you and saying, oh, your point's big, dumb, dookie buns. Because that's not what I'm trying to say at all. The gear drop would be the same as the original level. No. The gear drop would scale to the level that you were at. So that way, if you're finding... so that way it doesn't punish you. Otherwise, then, if you're level 100 and you're finding level 50 gear, you're going to toss it. Because there's no point in holding on to it. But if you're still able to find better level 80 gear, even running level 50 content, because they're able to scale the rewards, that would work better in your favor. Which I think maybe is part of what they wanted to do with the LI system. But they didn't do a good job at making the content relevant still. And I really hope that that's a thing that they'll do. It's just a thing. It's just a pipe dream that I have because I want to see... I want to see more improvements to a game that I love. That might be pain. Do you mean like from a development standpoint, or what do you mean? Right. Yeah, no, and that was what I was trying to say, is like it would be terrible to try and grind out gear that you would be just trying to store constantly. versus having gear that would just scale up and down with you. Do I want to? I think I want to. Yeah, we'll give this a shot, and then if this goes horribly, I'm gonna try and just keep him pulled over this way. I kind of ran this a lot riskier by doing things the way that I did, but it worked out fine. And I just watch my son. He's Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna go just take care of him quick. Because I think he is starting to kind of stir a little bit. I'll be back in like 20-ish minutes. I feel like it's not likely to happen that they make gear available. How do they... Yeah, I don't think it was something that I want to happen. It's a pipe dream. It is for sure a pipe dream. Absolutely a pipe dream that I have. Alright, I will be right back. Well, I'll try to be back. I don't know how long it's going to be because I got to make sure I'm doing things to make sure this kid doesn't wake back up. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I think he actually is asleep. He's just teasing me because, I don't know what's going on with his mind. No, this is fine. The whole song, it's great. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What the? Dude, I don't even think I have one of these things half dead. Oh, you played it twice. Oh my gosh. These are the two gifted subs, Pip. None of this song stuck in my head for like a week. Thank you for 2 more gifted subs. What's going on? What are you doing? You trying to cause chaos? What? Him! Thank you for 2 more gifted subs. What is happening? Why are you gifting them out in chunks of like... What? Pip, thank you so much. What is this? Thank you for 2 more gifted subs. That's what, 2, 4, 6, 8 gifted subs total? Thank you so much. Like, seriously, we're not doing great financially, so seriously, every little bit helps. So thank you so much. Yes, that's like, it's kind of a weird... Oh, I died. It is like a kind of a trade-off, you know, you can discount it where you don't spend as much, but then the streamer doesn't get as much. But, you know, the more, it's... So, like... I don't know, Twitch's gifting is so weird, which is why I'm really, like... Yo, thank you for 2 more gifted subs. You're so cool, Pip. I appreciate you a lot. But, like, Twitch's, like, monetization is so weird on the streamer side of things, on the creator side of things, that, like, I am doing... Like, I'm doing streaming on Twitch because it's accessibility. But if I want to, like, really focus on growth, I'm trying to grow more on YouTube. Because that has, like, an overall better monetization process. And I just feel like I can do more with it. It's weird because, like, I feel like I can do more with focusing more effort on trying to, like, make good quality YouTube videos. But at the same time, it requires a lot more effort. Right. And hey, if you want to bypass all of the things... I'm not gonna stop you. Like, it requires more effort to make good quality YouTube videos, to do the recording. Like, when you're a small creator like me and you don't have the ability to pay for a team to do editing and things like that. Can I... I'm curious about something. But I don't know. I wonder if, like, I can get a second dagger. Or, like... Yes, on Ko-Fi, the streamer will get more money. Like, I get, I think, like, 95% of the cut from Ko-Fi. That's why a lot of people are switching... are trying to push more on, like, a Ko-Fi or a Patreon, because those overall give a higher monetary cut. Oh, if it's Twitch, they're corrupt. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Like, it's heckin' Amazon. Let it out be. Oh, I don't care. I don't care here, at least. If somebody else cares, they can message me about it. But this link that just posted in chat's another good way to support as well, because that's just a direct donation that literally just goes right into my PayPal account. The only reason I push subs as much as I do is I want to be able to give people, like, something in return, you know? It's also why I have a merch store. There's a corrupted one there. Oh, there's a... Where is it? Oh, up there. Why did... Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Okay. What's up? Okay. Good night.
I'll have to let the doggy down. When it comes time, I shut the door because I want to put more of that crack filler stuff.
Yeah.
So the floor is wet. I mostly didn't want it.
You what?
Mostly didn't want it.
He's been doing a lot of rolling, so I rubbed his back a little bit, but he wasn't, like, really stirring or anything. So I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Are you planning on continuing to rub back if he wakes up?
We'll see. I don't know. I think I might sleep out here tonight.
What?
My head's not doing well. I want to test and see if getting consistent good night's sleep are going to make a difference.
On the couch? That's a good night's sleep?
It's better than waking up constantly to a crying baby.
Okay, my request is if you can manage to rub his back if he wakes up, that you do that. Just because I think I just smell it. And I just, like, I can't get away with not feeding him.
I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I am not gonna...
I know you don't believe me, but...
I don't believe you, but I don't care enough to fight it.
Just...
Okay. You are going to sleep.
Oh, I shocked you, I think.
Did you?
Did I? Did I shock you?
I didn't feel anything, I don't think. Maybe you're just like that. Literally insane. Alright. Good night. It'd be 1 o'clock here. Oh yeah, you definitely need to go get some sleep, Pip. Good night, Pip. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs and 5 chunks of 2. Nothing. I think we're gonna keep running missions because they're fun. I'm not gonna do the 45 weekly, but I'll do the first weekly and then I'll call it. So we'll do the 15 on a mission weekly and call it. Respect Gundabad? Yeah, Gundabad. Gundabad. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good. There's a reflecting pool here? Weird. Oh, everything was still loading. I don't know if I need to, like, defeat the enemies that are here or what. So I guess we're just gonna kill all the enemies and see what happens. Sure, that's rude. I don't appreciate you doing that. Sauron, do we got beef, dog? Let me just go through, clean up every single enemy, and now we're just gonna go through and plant all the flags and call it good. Oh, look at that. There's one more guy we get to fight. Only 3 more missions to do, chat, and then we're gonna have to call it a night. What the? I can't move. Amlo? I always forget missions take a while to load in. You guys do much for 4th of July celebrations? Oh, yeah. Some people go a little too crazy. Well, I don't do anything. Well, usually in my family, we've always just kind of done like grilling and then we go and watch fireworks. But like, some people will go and like do some pretty crazy stuff. I've never been like a big 4th of July person. I don't know, I'd rather not. It's hard for me to really, like, get into 4th of July. But, like, if other people are like, oh my gosh, we should go and we should do this for the 4th of July or something, I'll be like, okay. I'm not gonna tell somebody no. I'm just not somebody to go out of my way to do anything with the 4th of July. I love the US. I definitely think geographically the US is one of the best, is one of, if not the best country. I was talking to somebody from Australia, who has been to the US multiple times and been to like all over the US, and even for the places that I've been, I can definitely say it and vouch for this. But one of the cool things about the US is there's so many different places that you can go from one part of the US to another and feel like you were in a completely different world. Like, you've got like the mountains of Colorado are a big place. There's like the plains area. There's the Midwest. That's a very different atmosphere. The South has its own unique atmosphere. The coasts all have their own unique area. Like, each coast is unique, and the North Coast versus the South Coast is all very unique. Like, just each part of the U.S. is just so different. I need to stop shrimping. No corruption over here. Okay. We need 3 more. On 1, 2 for sure. And the third is probably over behind that rubble area. As an Aussie, I PG'd up to US and UK, family based in Texas, which look awesome. I've only been to Dallas, so I can't actually speak for how Texas is as a place.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
Yes, I'm in Colorado. We don't want to do missions next. Do some over in Arrowbore. And then we're gonna stop into Rivendell and go into the place to look at the legendary items, because I want to look at some of the scripts that I want to adjust and do different things for. I am in Angmar. Yeah. Another reason why I genuinely want to see scaling like this too, where, like I was talking about earlier, where players can scale down, is like then like missions even. I can grab a friend that's a completely different level and run missions, and it's like worth it. You know, and it just scales to whoever is party leader versus trying to like have one of us be stupidly high level and it just isn't fun, you know? Like either one of us is stupidly overpowered and is killing things constantly, or the other person is stupidly underpowered and is dying constantly. Because this would be like a great way to be able to run missions, to just have a friend. Then you can just do things together, still run content, and then like I can go and do my own thing at my level if I want to, and they can go and do their own thing at their level if they want to. And we don't have to like try to like not make it work. And so, like, I would want to have something set up where, like, you could scale it to make it even across everybody who is playing. So, SSG, if you're listening, make it happen. Oh, my tokens of heroism are capped. Okay. How am I not pulling that guy? Yeah. We did it. Alright, this will be the last mission. And then we'll have to cut stream. That orc just call me a weirdo? It totally sounded like that guy was like, weirdo. That's Aubrey. This is really fun. I'm really glad I did this. Ranged healing extension. add those onto Whisper. Okay. Things were probably loading.
How can I be of service?
So I bought the crit chain skill one.
How can I be of service?
So we need a word of mastery and we need a word of craft. Wait, can I actually still do an enhancement on the... Wait. Can I do this? Okay, I didn't think so. Weird. Do I want crit chain? Wait, what is that? Oh, these are legendary traceries. Do I want crit chance or just crit skill damage? Which I think this is crit chance. So maybe I want just damage. Right now. Now, where do I get a word of crap? Oh, those are... So I can do that, and will that go into here? Okay, so that was a mistake. But we can go ahead and we can put that in my vault. There's a legendary tracery token. So I can barter for that one. And then we can use the mithril, because that's a critical chance. +4. So we can do that, and then we can throw that one on a whisper. I want to know how to get a word of craft. Because they're not in here. I definitely am going to want that. Oh. Is that just a... Oh, that's a consume on use. Okay. Ick, but whatever. How do I get a word of craft? It says it's a bookshelf, so maybe word of power, word of craft. Here we are. So we want heroic precision. What do I even have on my bag? And then I don't have a lot. So blue bag. We're gonna keep the bleed damage, I think. And then we'll add... Ugh, I can't really afford a lot. But we'll want... area effect attack damage. Or damage over time. Which neither of those we have. I also don't have her heraldic tracery here. We got a lot to work on this one, chat. Okay, we're just gonna go back to the all-in melee damage one, I think. Which, isn't that what this one is? No, this is just gamble pulses. Which I think we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw that one back on. That one will be fine. We're gonna get rid of the bleed damage. So go ahead and just disenchant that one. We will turn this one into an all-in melee damage one. And then, do I have any traceries in my vault I can get rid of? I don't. I just have enchantment runes. Because I will need a heraldic tracery. But I can't afford... I need 200 to get the bare minimum one. Okay. Alright. Well, I think we got a start for where we're going to go. And that, to me, is what matters. We needed a start. We got a start. And so I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, we are going to end it off there. I will be back. Yeah, I'm going to call it there for stream tonight. We'll be back on Monday with Variety. We will be doing some more Lego Batman. This will be Monday, and Tuesday will be Lego Batman. And then Wednesday will be off. Probably some more Third Age on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. I don't know yet what Third Age will look like, but we'll probably do some more missions or something. Actually, I might just run missions off stream and we can just focus on Third Age until that gets done. because I want to get that done so I can work on that as a video. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. You were awesome. You were loved. You were valued. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. We'll see you right back here in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of